I think the best and most effective game plan would just be like, give a guy a look. Give him a look. Give him another look. Give him a third look. I mean, don't make it like creepy.
Yeah, what if you're like
just
looking?
throw a couple looks at the guy, smiling. And every guy loves to hunt. So like every guy will be like, I think that girl's looking at me. I think that girl's interesting. Next thing you know, he starts getting taller. He starts getting stronger. And, he figures out a way to go talk to you.
Welcome to You're Allowed to Hate Your Husband, a modern day love story. I am Remi Stern. I'm a relationship coach, and we are going to talk all things relationships, from being single to dating to being engaged, married. Who you marry is the most important decision you will ever make.
If you're looking for a wife, which is a beautiful thing to do, the best thing to do is to choose wisely.
If you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? Everybody else has it right. Then you are in the right place, because trust me, nobody knows what they're doing. I'm so excited. Please hop right in, listen to this episode, listen to this series, and we are so excited that you are joining us here. Okay, guys, this episode is Ask the Guy 3, where you sent in amazing questions about things that you guys are going through. And we asked Jonathan, and as always, he crushed it and told you guys how to go down a path that you're just living your best, happiest life and really receiving the things you want into your life. So listen to the episode. We had so much fun doing it, and please enjoy. Okay, welcome back to You're Allowed to Hate Your Husband. We haven't done this in a while. Just us two. Have
we? You look beautiful, my love.
Thank you. I love you. Oh my God. I'm watching Love is Blind, and the way I just said thank you reminds me of a girl in Love is Blind, and now I'm bugging out. And it's a really weird time warps, this show.
You're
time warp.
Obsessed with that show.
I don't like it, but I love it, but I don't. And I've never liked a show like this before. I've got a lot of lack of sleep because of it.
I hope you enjoy your show.
Wait, how did I say it? Thank you. She says it a certain way. Oi, he goes, I love you. She goes, thank you.
Oh, that's not a good answer.
No, they didn't make it. They didn't last. Anyways, I didn't like them as a couple. So today we are doing Ask the Guy, take 3 or number 3, whatever one you want to call it. And we got some good questions. So I'm excited to jump in. Anything you want to tell the peeps before we start telling them Jonathan's advice?
It's Friday. Friday's for having fun. And I'm going to give you the honest, raw truth. Enjoy and use it to your advantage.
Don't you always, though?
Let's have some fun.
I've literally never met somebody who doesn't not give the truth. Like you.
There's a lot of games that are being played in the dating from both sides. There always are. So you're going to hear the real truth from me today.
Okay, Sterno, let's hear it. So question number 1 is, why is a guy bothered that I'm a virgin? Dating phase. He expressed it flat out. Okay.
Maybe he cares more, sadly, about getting into the bedroom than he does for enjoying the fact that you've saved yourself and you've never been with anyone. And that's like amazing and special and super unique. And he should be ecstatic. I'm sure that you're going to, give him some appetizers or something. You can have a little fun,
if she wants to.
A little PG-13, popcorn. But he should be ecstatic. That's a beautiful thing. So if he's sadly so upset that he doesn't get to enjoy the meal before, he commits to having a long-lasting marriage with you, then maybe he's not ready and maybe he's got some growing up to do. But I would think that that's super special.
Yeah, and it could just be different values. Like to you,
right.
That's so special and so nice. On Love is Blind, my favorite girl, AD, she's the best. Oh, I'm so upset by what. Anyways, AD is the best. And she says that you want to test drive the car before you buy it. And I'm personally not of that belief. I believe that, as you know, if you give the guy the milk, he's not going to want to buy the cow. So, but everyone has different values. Everybody has different beliefs. And if this guy is giving her a hard time for being a virgin, which is, in our opinion, beautiful that she has, kept herself to herself, then values aren't there. Close the book.
Yeah. You've got a good idea there. I would like to add that I was a virgin before I met you.
Oy.
I was.
Oy.
I was not?
Uneven. No.
Am I not remembering correctly?
No. It's hard to walk into a room in New York City without getting some eyes from a girl in there.
I wouldn't, I'm just imagining this. I wouldn't exactly go, like search for a virgin when I'm dating. I would leave the entire field open. It's not a category I would focus on. But if I fell for an amazing girl and she told me she was a virgin and everything went the same way we went, I would be ecstatic about it. I would.
And that's a value of yours.
That's a value.
So bottom line here is that typically if the guy is pressuring physical, it means that he's not in it enough on the other side. If he's willing to, he'll wait if it's worth it for him.
It's true.
Is that correct?
Maybe he's got some growing up to do. Maybe the timing's right. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. It's just, that's not good. That's not cool. You should be proud of who you are, proud of your virginity, and
cute.
And good luck.
Okay, good luck. We love it. Next up. Okay, this one's very vague, so we might have to run through some options. But how to approach a guy first.
How to approach a guy first.
Yeah, girl.
So many different situations. How to approach a guy first. I think that, okay, let me just beam myself into being single. I'm at a joint, and if a girl wants to get my attention, I don't necessarily think she should walk over to me and bump me, pour a drink on me, hand me a napkin with her number.
Pour a drink.
I wouldn't. It's not the movies. I think the best and most effective game plan would just be give a guy a look. Give him a look. Give him another look. Give him a third look. I mean, don't make it creepy.
Yeah, what if you're
just
looking?
Throw a couple looks at the guy, smiling, and every guy loves to hunt. So every guy will be I think that girl's looking at me. I think that girl's interested. Next thing you know, he starts getting taller. He starts getting stronger, and he figures out a way to go talk to you. So if you have an opportunity to kind of say something that's naturally and normal, you're watching a show and just you're looking at them or something, you want to start a conversation, go for it. Go for it. Just say something normal. I wouldn't go with say something so crazy. But if you don't really have the opportunity, if you're at a dinner or something along those lines, give the guy a look or two. Walk by him. And the guy will be oh, I think that girl likes me inside. And I think I'm going to go talk to her. And just give him a look.
So you think
him
a look?
A welcome.
But supposedly, we've been together for a couple of years now. Supposedly the new dating issue is that guys don't go up to girls in bars. And you've heard this a few times from saying you love asking single girls. Remember our friend in the cab last week?
What about the concert? There was 2 guys over here on the right, 5 girls over there on the left, and not one talked to the other one for 3 hours.
Yeah,
I would have talked to half the room.
Yeah, so they don't do that anymore.
Wow.
So what should a girl do? Or a guy?
Roll
Please
out
give the guys advice.
the red carpet. Give him a good look or two. A smile, throw a smile at him. And I think he will be glad to either start a conversation, say hello, or see what's going on.
So there's no tricks up your sleeve, the bump and spill the drink and so sorry and get a napkin.
Be as normal and confident as possible. But a nice, beautiful look from a happy look from a girl. I think that's huge.
Okay. So that's the go-to. Out of curiosity, if we were in the same bar, and maybe not me, because I know you're going to say yes, but somebody, and a girl came up to you and said, "Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you on blah, blah, blah." Would you find that weird or no?
I would be a little shocked because, it's you're taking away the hunt from the man in a way. But I'd also be intrigued. So it could work. Start up a conversation. That's why I think a look or a walk by is good. But if you don't want to miss the opportunity, by no means go home sad saying, wow, I didn't even get to say hello to that guy. So go say hello.
Okay, last question. Love
Yeah.
it. Last question. What if they mean approach a guy maybe over text? Like, what if the guy hasn't asked them out or something along those lines and they want to like open up the conversation to an ask out?
So now it's a text.
Yeah, just going down every
If you
single...
know of someone, if this is what you're asking, which is probably not what you're asking, I'm going to make up my own question. If you know someone that you would love to have ask you out, then do what I did. I had my cousin, who you're friends with, set up a date, and I told him, said, "Do not take no for an answer. You're closing this deal.
Oh my God.
Get it done."
And it was the only time
he got it done, no matter what.
But it was the only time I ever said no.
You said no for 10 seconds,
10
and
seconds.
he convinced you to say yes.
It wasn't that hard to say yes.
A lot of people be like, "Oh, no, okay, have a great day, bye." Like, no. Send the right broker in there, the right deal maker, and get the yes.
It's actually, oh my God, it's so smart, Jonathan. I'm reading a book about leads, getting leads for businesses, and I love it. Alex Hormozy, $100 million leads, highly recommend. And he talks about how it's so much more effective to have other people sell your stuff for you. So it's that huge like influencer culture where like, if for example, someone comes and says, you must use this hand cream. You're like, okay, like my hand cream. Okay, fine, I believe. But if Ariel Charnas puts up the hand cream, it's like everybody's buying it, right? Because now she's endorsed it.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to sell your stuff, including in dating, is to have other people do it for you. So you had Andrew sell you to me, so it didn't seem like it was coming from you. It seemed like it was.
But Andrew also believed in the product.
Of course.
So he wasn't
Ariel
going to
does
take no
too.
for an answer. Don't hire somebody that's like, not even interested in doing this for you, because you're probably not going to get a good response. You could also like try to figure out where that person's going to be and like get in that same room, but don't take it too far. Just go say hi. If there's chemistry, great. If he's interested, fabulous. If he's not, keep looking.
I love it. And I'm just going to throw in one last little levy by Remi thought is that you're saying like, you don't necessarily need to go up and say hello and like do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying there's kind of crafty, thrifty ways to energetically pull them to you. And there are a lot of beautiful energetic ways to attract what is yours rather than like go and get it.
Like a walk by, a drive through, a little look, a little smile.
And it starts
women are beautiful.
And it starts from within.
And a lot of men probably don't approach women because they're afraid that they might be approaching a girl that's not interested.
Okay, so
or
please,
taken.
Please tell our guys how to approach a girl.
Means, if you give a look, you give a smile, guy starts like sitting up on his chair. He says, I think that girl likes me. Let me prove to all of my boys that this girl likes me. And then he's going to go.
Okay, so can you please tell our male listeners how to go up to a woman? Because I think some of them might have forgotten.
Go, boys, go. Stop being chickens.
We really need to do an episode where you...
Next question.
Where you talk to the men. How and when to bring up divorce when dating someone? I wonder if this means divorce, like their parents are divorced or they're divorced or divorced.
Read it again, please.
How and when to bring up divorce when you're dating someone?
This person was most likely divorced.
Okay.
And they're wondering if they need to bring up the fact that they have been divorced or they've been married, and how soon. I think that if you have kids, you might want to throw that out there sooner rather than later, as opposed to like on the 8th date being like, peekaboo, I have kids. You never asked me, so I never told you. If you have kids, you might want to mention it because that's a big detail. Divorce, I don't think is that big of a detail. It's a small detail. It's a story. It's getting to know someone. So I think that if you're getting to know your date and you're really vibing and you're finding out about each other's pasts and you want to bring it up, go for it.
And I think it depends. Like if the person is getting a divorce at the moment, like that's probably more
That's true.
relevant.
You can bring that up. That's more relevant.
It's more relevant to their life.
Right.
But if it's way in the past and it's like, 10 years ago, I by accident got married to someone and I got divorced. Also,
Right.
Love is Blind.
That
That happens.
You can bring that up if it comes up, if it's the right time. There's no shot clock. Could be date one, could be date two. It all depends on how your conversation is going and whatnot.
In general, do you find it a good rule of thumb to like hold off on the serious topics or just get them out there at the beginning of dating?
I think you got to go with the flow. If a guy asks you on a date and he takes you to a Nick game, maybe just don't start listing all of your history situations. But go have fun. Go be with the guy. If he is opening up to you, and you feel as though it's right to open up to him, then by all means, tell him about you and your past. But otherwise, you don't have to hide it, but you don't have to forcefully put it out there. Wait for the right time. And, if you're starting to get to know each other and it just doesn't kind of come up, I guess your past or whatnot, like bring it up. You could ask him about his past, his ex-girlfriends, and then you can mention that the fact that you actually got married. It was, it was a couple of years ago. This happened, that happened, and it's over.
It's part of their story. It's part of this person's story. Yeah. Like it's nothing to be ashamed about. And
no, of course not.
To their next person, this person's next person, it's not going to bother them. So if you're
a lot of people have been divorced. So just bring it up when naturally is the right time.
If you're having fun with somebody new and you're dating them and you're having fun, like something like that isn't going to scare them away. So should be fine. Okay, we feel good on that one?
Yeah.
Next up, a little bit longer. So listen up. A guy I used to date and stopped speaking to for 2 years has been gradually inching his way back into my life. Started making joking references to marriage and kids, but communication is inconsistent and he doesn't live in my city. Worth re-exploring if there's something there. Thought he was my soulmate.
Ooh. Okay, so she likes him.
Mm-hmm.
She likes him and she should by all means not be shy. She should be truthful. And it's a good opportunity to be like, okay, we had fun. We dated. But if you're actually going to bring this up, if you're real, if you're serious about actually wanting to make this, a real thing, you really want to try, then let's give our attempt the respect it deserves. And let's do it right. Let's do it nicely. So by all means, you can reach out and be like, yeah, that would be cute. By the way, if you're real about this and you truly want to try again, I would welcome it if it's done under the right with the right energy, Keep things like on the use positive words. So within the right energy, I'd be game to try. I'd welcome it. And because you don't live in the same town, you have to consider the fact that long distance dating is a different animal than same city dating, and make some happy, fun game plans. Like, listen, come visit me. Let's have a great weekend. Things go well. I don't want to see you 6 weeks later. If we're going to try this, let's do it. Let's do it right. I'll come to you in 2 weeks. We can go here. If we're going to really date, we've got to have like some momentum. We've got to have some good game
Is there
planning.
any room for casual in this? Like, is there any room to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give him a little space. Like we dated, let's say for a while, a year, 2 years, whatever. And he's coming back. Like, do I go chill and slow? Like, is there any room for that? Or you cut to the chase and you're like, listen, if you're in, we've done
Cut to the chase. I know everybody's different. I know some people like work 6 days a week, 20 hours a day. Like they don't have this. Everybody has their own little world. But cut to the chase. No guy's gonna see you once a year and then show up with a ring. You gotta be real to yourself, be real to him, be real to the situation, and give it the best shot it deserves.
So you think, okay, it can totally go somewhere, but you must communicate at the beginning that you are interested in retrying this, something serious, and like doesn't have to mean the ring is happening tomorrow. It just means like, are you in or are you out? And if they're in, explore it. But like at that point,
you have to dedicate yourself to the fact that because you're long distance, that you're both willing to put in the time, the energy, and you both want it. And you're already 9/10 of the way there if you both agree. So it's a great precedent to start with. And then you can be happy and enjoy yourselves and know that you're actually like really giving it a go. You'll respect the relationship. You'll both respect the relationship more. There'll be no games. They'll be cut out of the situation. So I think it's great in many ways.
And what if they're in the same city, just like for someone
same
else who's
city.
out there? This one is in different cities. So it's
Same city, actually, same energy. I think that if you've already dated for, and I've actually seen this in my world, and if people have dated and they want to give it a second go, then I'm all for it. But I think that you need to very lovingly both know that you're going to give it a real shot, and you're going to give it the right respect, and you're going to be truthful, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to really try, and you're going to try in the right way. No, come over once a month. Let's have a little, late night pizza and enjoy each other. No, if you're going to really try, try.
And if the person says, the other person who's coming back is like, I love you, I love talking to you, it's still not the right time for us, but I love you and I love talking to you, then do you say, I'm out?
Respectfully.
Okay.
I'd say that I totally understand that we had a great relationship. There was a lot of love. And the honest truth is I truly still adore you. I truly still have feelings for you. I'm not going to be your Saturday night pizza. I'm not going to, if it's not the right time for you and for us to really give it a go, give it a shot, then I'm just going to respectfully part ways with this fun little thing that we have. If the time ever comes back to you or to us and you really want to give it a respectful chance, I welcome it. Please reach out. Tell me you want to take me to dinner. Tell me you want to talk to me. You want to really try. And, I'd love it, but only if it's real, not if it's for fun.
I think that the most beautiful part of that is you are setting yourself at a standard and saying like, the only thing I will accept in my life from this guy, from the next guy is that you're in it to like really try. I think of it this way of like, if you accept the crumbs, then you're never gonna get the full cake. And like, if this guy's just like bringing crumbs and like, you want the full cake.
And I want the cake. I want the ice cream.
Yeah,
I want the cookies and I want the fresh berries.
That makes me think of our dessert last night. That was really yummy.
Really
that
good.
Was really good.
We should maybe join.
Yeah, we should. This is on you, honey. So knowing
if it's serious, if the attempt is serious and respected by both parties, I think you'll be in a more confident place. You'll feel comfortable. Yeah. If it's just a nonchalant, well, I'm not really ready, but like, I still like you. And like, I don't know. No, I don't know. I know.
Yes, I agree. And even if you want to like have fun with that person because you enjoy them and you just want to spend time with them, I really think giving them the ability to just hang out with you like so casually is energetically putting you at the level that like you are in a casual place for you. Like you're valuing yourself.
Your price just went down.
For yourself.
Your price went down. You're allowing them to win. You're going to feel like shit and don't do it.
Yes. So
keep your head up.
So it's more about them.
Only accept serious invitations.
It's more about this person rather than like the person they're dating. It's know your worth. And if they're giving it to you, great. If they're not, no. Also, I did hear something and I've seen it to be true that if you break up with someone, then you go back into dating with them, you have to recognize that the same issues will probably be there. So unless there's a clear fix to the same issues, then you're going to have a tough time. So like, for example, if there was an outside factor that changed and you can get back together, great. But like getting back together has its challenges and people do it and it works. But I think going back into a relationship that you've ended before, you have to be like, okay, so we want to try this again because here are the solutions to the problems we had before, or else those problems just come back and you forget about them. So I think communication is, if you're going back to something that has ended, is
it's also timing is important. Listen, you could have two amazing people and if it's the wrong time, they're just not going to work over and over again. But the right time, they'd work great. Yeah. So some people just won't ever work out. Sometimes timing gets in.
But there has to be like clear solutions and you both are trying.
Yeah. If you've dated the guy I'd say only accept a real serious invitation, because then you'll feel good. And don't lie to yourself and say like, oh, well, I'm also having fun. I have so much fun when I'm with him. Like, that's lying to yourself. Like, if you're really having fun and that's it, then that's it. But don't say, oh, well, we're also having fun, but I'm also head over heels in love with him deep down. Like, no, you're lying to yourself. You're head over heels in love with him. You're just lying to yourself and pretending like you're having fun.
That's truth, honest, Jonathan. It's true. It's true. No, you're right. You're right. It just know your worth and only accept that. Okay, next up. What to do if you feel like you are in a dating funk, you feel like you aren't getting asked out as much. Great one.
Change everything. Monday through Sunday. Change every single thing that you do and surround yourself with new surroundings. Everything. So Monday night you play ball, guess what? You're playing tennis now. Tuesday night you go on a dinner uptown, take the taxi downtown. Wednesday and Thursday you're going out to the same place, seeing the same morons and being frustrated every single Thursday night. Try new spots. Some good spots, have some fun, let loose, and enjoy. There's a beautiful world. So if you're not getting asked out, it's not that you're going to the wrong places. It's just time for some new ones. Do an extra run. Do an extra workout. Get an extra 2 hours of sleep, because I actually have not been sleeping well this entire week. And I've been sleeping okay, actually.
You just took an hour-long nap.
A 30-minute nap.
Hour.
I feel like $1 trillion. I feel phenomenal. It's unbelievable. Just taking a little bit extra care of yourself can make you feel that much better. So if you're in a funk, not only should you switch up your routine and go to new places and try new things and hang out with new friends and go have some new fun conversations and listen to some new music, but also maybe do a spa day, do a massage, a steam, an extra run in the park.
So you're saying feel good. Like, do things that make you feel good, because when you feel good, you attract more into your life. 100% everything you're saying. I think that it's very normal to hit a point in life, especially when you're dating, where you kind of like run into a wall, right? And then you sit there and you keep running into the wall and like thinking like, what's going on? Like, why am I not getting to the other side of the wall? But there's a wall there for a reason. If you were to stop, slow down what you're doing, like Jonathan said, take a step back and kind of like look around at your surroundings and be like, oh my God, why am I running into a wall right now? Turn left, go do something different. And all of these possibilities will open up to you. I also think that the things that you change it up to, there is a very good possibility, dear friend, whoever put this on there, that what you are doing right now is not in alignment with your highest self and your most authentic self. So practically speaking, just like coming up with a list of people, places, things that you like to do that feel very aligned with yourself, that feel really good. Maybe having to say no to things that you've been doing right now that are just easy, comfortable, and yes to things that really make you feel good and aligned. And
I'd also add go shopping. Go buy something nice.
Oh my God, see, it's
go
me.
Go have a fun day.
To me,
life is beautiful.
Shopping, if you're
stuck in a rut, go enjoy yourself a little bit extra and try new places, hang out with new friends.
Yeah.
It'll all be like, it'll freshen up your situation.
So for me, shopping would just literally give me so much anxiety. No, but I don't like it. I get like, except Woodbury Commons, that place I do love because it's outdoors. But yeah, make a list of things that you love to do. Go do a whole lot of it. And I think it is the perfect balance and dance between doing the physical work, which is showing up to the right places, doing the right things, and that internal tweaking that allows you to feel your best and attract what you want. Because
combo of both.
Yes, Good. It's a huge combo of energy and physical. So
we got it.
Okay, next up.
Do I sound British?
Oh no. Do you want to do that?
Should I answer the next question with my British accent?
What does that make you think of?
The new James Bond guy that was just offered the position.
Where at James Bond? Oh, really?
Love this guy.
What about The Gentleman? Oh, shoot, I meant to tell someone the other day. I like that guy too. Who did I mean to tell about The Gentleman? Best show
Someone told
ever.
me that she's not interested in marrying an American. She is 100% only interested in marrying a European.
I don't blame her. Oh my God.
They dress better. They open doors. They serve their dates.
Yeah.
Pretty much she mentioned 12 things that Europeans do better than American men.
Yes. Have I
was guilty of
have I not
12 of 12 things. I could have added to her list.
I've taught you well.
You're missing a lot. Come hang out with me.
I've taught you very well. I even gave you a quick lesson last night.
Yeah. But anyway,
maybe that's the reason.
Think European.
Wait, also, just can you tell a second about what that means for both sides, for men and women? Like,
I think Americans
European.
are not as classy as they can be. So grasp that inner class that's there. And I think girls love it. I truly do. So use that.
On both
Bring
sides.
out that spoon.
So the idea that Jonathan is talking about, which is actually a very smart idea. There's a video.
Girls love charm.
So, but it goes both ways. There's a video on Instagram, whatever one it is. And it's so funny. It's like a husband who's sitting there and he's like, oh, honey, my day was really hard at work. And then the European wife comes over and goes, oh, my love, and starts massaging him and like being so
I make
cute.
you pasta, I make you food,
we do
massage,
boom boom all night.
Wearing something sexy. And it's like, that's great. And then he comes home to the American wife and he goes, honey, I had a long day work. And she goes, you had a long day? Oh my gosh.
Which one am I?
You are definitely not the American.
No, I'm not. I think I'm very much so in the middle, but I could learn more.
I'd love a little more.
I know, the European.
That video.
What she does.
Activity.
Okay, fine. So, once again, I don't even know what you mean.
No, I mean, it's like I haven't gotten a back rub from you.
I'm the one who needs a back rub.
Did you watch the video? The girl back rub the guy.
No, this is the thing. It goes both ways. So the point of this little tangent.
So if I'm sitting on the couch and you come home from the office after 12 hours and you say, I had a long day, I'll give you a massage.
Okay, fine.
Okay? And if I come home and tell you about my long day, then I'm expecting hands on my back.
Done and done. Is there such thing as a guy is interested in a girl, just not right now. He wants to enjoy his single time, and then when he's ready, go for her?
Usually no. I actually have a friend who got married very young, and they went to college. They were together. They were college sweethearts, and she said, like, I want you. I want this. And he said, like, I want you too. I truly, truly, truly do. But I'm just like way too young. So like they kind of like had like a youthful understanding that like we're getting married young. I'll always kind of remember that. But with that said, she convinced him. They got married. They live very happily and they're a phenomenal couple. So like sometimes if a guy is feeling it, like you can like kind of like win in that game. But most of the time, no. If a guy's saying 99 out of 100 times that I like you, I really do, but like now is not the right time, it just means that you're not the right girl for him. And that by all means, that doesn't mean anything about you. Like you could be the most amazing, perfect, unbelievable girl in the world. It's just like, if he's not ready, there's no like flip that he becomes ready.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does, it's probably years. So like, do you really want to be waiting years? No. I know a guy that went out with a girl for like 7 years. He was afraid to bring up marriage. It was a disaster for him. Yeah. Disaster. Yeah. You've got to put your foot down. You've got to speak the truth. Don't be patient, roll the dice, and just hope it'll all work out. Be true to yourself. If it's not the right time for him, but he really likes you, that's very nice. Don't waste another second. Move on.
You know who else this happened to?
Who?
Your parents.
Yeah,
Your mom shows up at the school.
My mom went on
like
a date with my
23.
father. At 23, my dad said, I'm way too young. I'm way too young.
And 2 years later, he came back, I think.
I'm not ready to get married and have kids until like I make like $1 billion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm 23. He's a real go-getter. He came back 2 years later. He's like, okay, I didn't make the $1 billion yet, but I'm ready to get married. Let's go date again. And
so it happens.
They got married very young, 24, 25.
It happens.
Like he was not ready. He was 23 and he came back. It does happen.
Yeah, it happens.
But she went her way. He went his. And, it's not like she sat there waiting.
Yeah.
Like if a guy says it's not my time, okay, move on.
Yeah.
If he comes back, comes back.
I think the minimizing of the gray area is like so important for two of these questions. There is someone's in or they're out. There's a black or white. And when you're in the gray area, you're meant to be there for a second of like figuring out, but you got to get out of it quickly because
You've got your answer already. You're just holding on to nothing.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Know your worth and only accept your worth.
Right.
Next up. I met a guy at a wedding and we've been talking for a month. He said he is into me, but sometimes I feel like he's very distant or does not make it a priority to call me, although he texts me what he is up to. Whenever I ask him when we're finally going to see each other, he says soon. But when I say, can I come a specific date? He suddenly says no because he's very busy with work and wants to be present and be able to pay attention to me. But then I see him on stories and he goes out on the weekends having a blast. Should I stop talking to him? Why is he texting me and liking all my stories and telling me his personal things? And what is going through?
Wow.
Going through.
Wow. First of all, I would like to applaud the female that asked this question. I think that you are intelligent, you are loving, you are trying to make something work. You've got a realistic head on you, but also like, a loving, happy, excited energy with you. And I think you're doing everything right. I truly do.
You're so cute.
No, but she's trying.
Yeah,
she's trying, and she's trying realistically and lovingly. And
yeah,
it's good.
Sounds like it.
But this guy, I'm not so sure about this guy because he's telling you he cares, but if you give him a date to come visit him or to go meet him somewhere, and he doesn't jump on it, because I jump on it. If I was interested in a girl, I would jump on it. If I was half interested in a girl, I'd probably jump on it. But I'd be very happy if the girl that I liked or if the girl that I wanted offered me dates to actually like go hang out. This guy didn't jump on it. This schmagegi. So he could be a great schmagegi, but he's just not your schmagegi.
Did you make that one up?
Of course, I don't know. I make up a lot of things, but he's not ready. He's not being real. He's not being real. And you're real. And he's not being real. So for whatever the reasons, if he's not interested, maybe he's got a girlfriend, maybe he's finishing up something. Whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter. He's not jumping on your proposal to go hang out. So F this schmagegi, the schmuck at a pancake, as I like to call him. And
we're coining this term.
And go find another guy who will be the luckiest guy in the world, because I think that you've got the right mentality and you're not afraid to like go date someone. And this guy's lost, but he's not interested. So like words are meaningless. A lot of it is actions. Most of it is actions. So if he's telling you how much that he's interested, but then he's showing you that he's partying, he's showing you that like, no, I have to focus on work. Like, don't come visit me. What happens if you said, like, I don't even want you to say this because I already got his answer. Schmagegi out. But if you said like, focus on work, I'm going to go to the museum alone. I'm going to go do a workout. I'm going to have fun and we'll have like a dinner. We'll have this. We'll have that. I don't need you to babysit me for 3 days. Like, I'll respect the fact that you need to work. But like, this guy's still out because he's a little bit not real. So
schmagegi is a new term for a guy who is not worth these queen princesses on here. It's a guy who is not putting in the proper effort. And we know that these girls only deserve the best. And if they know their worth and they're not getting it, that guy turns into a schmagegi. So we got
You're going to make me schmagegi for dinner?
We have a few schmagegis on here. So do not, and don't be with schmagegis.
He could be the coolest guy wherever he is, but
you want your
he's
guy.
Not real and he's not ready. So you've got I applaud you for giving a date and actually really trying and not playing games. But it seems as though he's not your guy and he's not being real. So I would say look for a luckier guy.
I agree. No more schmagegis, and know your worth, know what you want, and only accept that for the most part.
But have fun. Do it. Talk is cheap. Action has value.
Love it. Okay, next up. How does a guy know the girl is the one?
How does the guy know that the girl is the one? How did you know that I was the one?
Actually, someone asked me this the other day, and you and I came up with a perfect formula and recipe that I just think is it in a nutshell. It is when, in the last part's probably the most that I had with you is like the main part, but all of them. One is that similar values. We've talked about this 10 million times, that we both cared about family and home. And, Judaism was very important to us. And also having fun, like having a fun life where we kept doing things. Values were the same. Life vision was the same. We had the same trajectory of ideas of how we were going forward. And the last piece is that spark. You can't you can't describe what it is, whether it's when it's right. When the Wi-Fi connects, we've talked about this a lot in many episodes. But it's the combination of values matching up, of life vision matching up, and that spark, that thing, that spark.
I think that's a beautiful answer. I'm in. I don't think there's one specific. It's not an easy answer, but I think that when you're finally ready to commit to the girl and say, I'm going to be true. I'm going to be yours. I want us to be a family forever. I want us to build a family. That's your bag. I want everything of mine to be yours. I want everything of yours to be mine. And I want us to be one. 1 + 1 = 2. But on your wedding day, 1 + 1 = 1. And you enter the same being. And on that day and that from that day forward. So it's simple. Like, we don't agree on everything. When we have different tendencies, interests, hobbies, men are different than women. This is all cool. This is all normal. But like you said, we melded together beautifully, easily. And we were both happy, comfortable, excited. So I said, I'm ready to do it. I would be the happiest man in the world. I'm ready to commit myself to us, and I'm ready. So it's like a package of just like, it's actually like, it's easy. It's like, are you ready? You don't want to ask this on date 1 or date 2 because it'll mess you up. But like after some dating, some serious dating, are you ready to spend the rest of your life together and build everything together and be one?
I love it. And
my answer would have been
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's just scary, but it's scary.
Like,
and
you
it
get
should
to a
be
point
scary.
where you say yes. Don't ask yourself in month 1. Don't ask yourself by the third date. Like, you're going to mess up the test. But when after some time of dating and you keep progressing, you ask yourself that. And if the answer is yes, it's either yes or no. There's no middle ground. There's no yo. It's either yes or no. If the answer is yes, great. If your answer is kind of in the middle, then, well, forget that. If you're in a relationship and you're just not progressing, you're just not getting to that 9th inning, you're not getting to the end of the game, you're not getting to your yes, there's always going to be that breakup.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You're just not meant to be together.
Yeah. I mean,
for whatever the reasons are. And that's fine. You could be in a good relationship, a great relationship, but you got to get to the 9th inning. And when you get close to that 9th inning, you ask yourself that question. And if the answer is yes, you go. If not, you're either not there yet, or there will be a breakup, and it's a no. So
it's the classic when you know, and when you don't know, you also know, that you should have that feeling of like, yes, this is my husband. I love that you said it this way, because I always talk about the 1 + 1 = 1, to be like, focus on being the one. Focus on being 100% yourself. Be so whole that no one else has to fill your holes. But what you focused on this one was the fact that you become one with your person. So you better be very ready to become one, melded as one with this person.
Oh yeah, be ready, baby. Your packages.
You had package issues.
You might
today.
open your packages, but she's not going to open up hers.
No. You had major package issues today.
What are you talking about?
You were like very unhappy with your
I was exhausted, a little under the weather. It tired me out.
That's why I don't do it. I'm too tired. Okay, we only have 2 more. Next up, when is the right time to bring up marriage and kid timeline when seriously dating, and how to do it?
When is the right time to bring up marriage and kid when seriously dating? Again, it's good that they were bunched together, these two questions. I think that, you could always bring up these, you know, nonchalantly or with fun energy anytime you want. You don't have to like wait till the 90-second date to bring up the M word. But um, if you're in a relationship and you're happy and you've come to some realizations yourself that you actually would love to potentially make this real, to make this long lasting, then I think that you shouldn't be shy and you should bring it up. And I think that you should always have a healthy communication channel between the two of you. So don't be afraid to be yourself.
I love it.
And don't be afraid to get the truth.
I love it. I think the more fun and lighthearted you can do things in life, it's just more, you've taught me this, more fun for everyone, yourself, the other person included. But I think it's great. I think this is something I heard once, that if you would be excited for them to bring it up, then that probably means the opposite is true. So you bring it up. I actually remember, I think the first time you said,
and if you bring it up and he's just like not
then you know,
enjoying the moment
then
at
he
all,
becomes a what?
then you're
Schmagegi?
getting
A schmagegi?
then schmagegi out. You're gonna get I don't know if this whole thing stinks.
No.
No, but if I wanted to celebrate a beautiful moment with somebody that was on the same page as me, or hopefully on the same page as me, I'd bring out a bottle of wine. I'd order a cheese platter with some good Parmesan cheese crackers and make an enjoyable night and make a fun night. And you're probably going to get some really nice answers from the right person. If you're getting the wrong answers, then you're getting the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
And also maybe that means that your values aren't matched up. Too often, people date on two things.
And the truth is okay.
On looks and likes. They say, you're handsome, we have chemistry, you look good, and we both like going to concerts and we both like doing this. That is not a ground for a relationship. Ground for a relationship are the values, the vision for the future, and that crazy spark. So if you bring up marriage and that's a value of yours and they don't have that as a value or a future plan, then that is bye-bye, senor.
Getting the truth
Senor
is a good thing.
Schmagegi.
Oh my God. I created a monster.
No, every client of mine is going to have either
I prefer schmuck at a pancake.
No, schmagegi, because that's hysterical. I love it.
I mean, it's a real word. I just don't know what it
No,
means.
I don't think it.
I use real words for other meanings.
Schmagegi.
Let's get to the next.
Yes.
Of course.
A hot air, nonsense, baloney.
With no mustard on it.
Schmagegi. Yeah. Anyways. Okay,
that sounds like a schmagegi. Next.
How to handle husband's anger when he curses at you.
That's not good.
Not good. That's hard.
That's not good. Husband's anger when he curses at you. Maybe he's going through something tough, but still no excuse. Not defending that, obviously. What's the question?
How to handle husband's anger when he curses at you.
We got to figure out a way. I'm sure she loves him and all that stuff, right? So figure out a way to get him to stop doing that.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Anger and cursing is not good. Now, I'm not perfect,
times, yeah.
and I'm sure I've gotten drunk. We've had some heated conversations, and we've had some funny conversations. Especially if we tape them, that'd be hysterical.
I would do anything to tape one of our fights. I actually know someone.
But I don't think we're talking about that. I think she's talking about like somebody that's like actually like scary or like being serious and cursing, and we don't like that. So we've got to figure out a way to change that.
Yeah. I think recently I actually heard someone I know started couples therapy, and the man had a hard time with it. Like he said no for a long, long, long time. And I have thoughts on couples therapy because the last thing I want someone to do is to blame the other person constantly. And like, if that's the type of therapist you find, I don't think that's good. Like, well, you don't do this enough and you do this to me. Like, I don't think that's good. My life coach has made me be, and thank God, a great marriage on top of you being amazing. And she doesn't even work with you. She just works with me on like how to like show up my best. And it helps a lot. And, but I do think that if this is happening, he might have stuff that he has to work on. It seems like her husband has anger. And I think maybe a third person might need to get involved. And I heard a mediator call recently and it was fabulous. So I think that maybe either a mediator.
I would say put your foot down nicely, lovingly. Like this is unacceptable behavior. I think the guy will smarten up if he has half a brain.
Interesting.
I remember the one time where I was telling you to be on time because I had you on the big screen at Times Square, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to work out and then I'm gonna go meet my girlfriend for coffee, and I was like, no. You're coming home. We're leaving sharp.
No, but I didn't like how you did this.
And I said that in not the nicest way.
And I said, don't talk to me like that.
I also like had to figure out a way to like make sure you're there for the surprise to leave at the exact second I needed to leave to, because it was all timing. And you looked at me and you said, do not talk like that to me. And I said, okay, you're right. Sorry about that. Got a little too stern there.
Stern.
But and I'm sorry, but it's very important. And then I started to speak to you like the flower that you are, and I said it's very important.
I say delicate
for
flower.
us to be at the door at 11:15 on the dot, not 1 minute late. So please, no messing around with your girlfriends after your workout. You come straight home, please. And you said done. And you got here, of course, on time. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, guys are not perfect. So we're going to mess up. So if you just stand your ground nicely and lovingly, maybe he'll realize he's making a mistake and smarten up real quick.
And if not,
maybe
getting
get
a third person.
Yeah.
But you got this. You guys are amazing. We love you all. We are going to Shabbat and to go get our baby girl and give her all the kisses in the world. I'm so excited. And we hope you guys enjoyed.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope you liked it as much as we did. Now go send it to someone who needs to hear it, because we know that dating, relationships, marriage can be tough, but we want to make it less tough. And remember, you're allowed to hate your husband. Whatever you're feeling is allowed. So go send it to a friend, to your sister, your brother, maybe your boyfriend, a husband, whoever needs to hear this, send it to them. And while you're at it, click the follow button, click the review button. Always feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and we're so excited to see you in our next episode.